Hey, this is Victor Antonio with another sales training moment, and today I want to talk about sales fishing. Yes, for you people who love to fish, this might be the best sales analogy you're going to find. So, somebody asked me, Victor, what is selling and what do you do? And I told him I do sales training, and I try to get people to understand how to sell more effectively. Now, he kind of had that look like, okay, I kind of get it, kind of don't. But then I said, wait a minute, you're a fisherman. He said, yeah. I said, well, let me put it in sales, in fishing terms. Maybe you'll understand. And so when you look at fishing, I said, and this is kind of how I drew it for him on a napkin, he says when you look at fishing, you're trying to basically get from no predictability to some predictability of where the fish is going to be, right? We're trying to be successful in fishing. We need to know certain things. Now, when you first start out in fishing, you basically have your rod, tackle, your basic equipment, right? And what you hope for is that you go here on the lake and you drop a line. So you drop a line in the lake, hoping that the fish will what? Bite. But that's your first year, let's say. Now, in your second year, you're realizing after your first year, you didn't do that while going out fishing. Maybe every time you went out fishing, maybe 10 times you went out fishing, maybe you caught a fish that was worth keeping. But then you start learning a little more, and then you start buying the right gear, right? The right tackle. Now, having the right lures makes all the difference in the world. So you understand what you need in terms of fishing in order to be more successful. So now let's say that you get the right lures, and all of a sudden, guess what? You got the right weight of the line, because the gauge of the line makes a difference. You got the right lures, and all of a sudden now you've moved from zero predictability of not predicting to some predictability in terms of how well you'll do fishing. But still not good enough. By the third year, maybe you've really figured out with some experience that now you understand what time the fish bites, where they bite, how deep you have to drop your line. At this point, you've gone to fish knowledge. Yes, now you understand the fish. You understand how they eat, when they eat, where they fish, where they stay, and what places to go fishing. See, selling is no different. See, when we first start out in selling, typically we think we just go out to present our product and that's all we need to do. We drop a line in the water. After a while, we figure that the predictability is almost zero when it comes to success if that's all we're going to do. So what happens? We get some sales skills, right? We start learning how to sell, we start learning how to present, learn how to close, learn how to position the product, learn how to sell value. We learn all these things, so now we have the right gear. But last but not least, you can have the right gear, have the right attitude, but unless you understand the fish, in this case, the customer and how they bite, how they'll buy from you, you won't be successful. So if we have the right gear, we have the right understanding of how the fish buy, or how the customer buys in this case, we'll be more effective at selling. This was my sales analogy when it comes to fishing. So for those of you who love to fish, I hope you enjoyed this. But again, it really isn't that hard when you look at sales training today and the process of selling. It really is about not just about dropping a line, zero predictability in terms of your success, but as we get more equipment, more tools to sell, as we gain more knowledge, the predictability level goes up, and that's what we want in terms of selling. So I hope you like my fish story. This is Victor Antonio with another sales training moment reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.